have our Saturday footage to cover. Nice active rounds, very fun. Still feeling it. Just complaining about it off air before going live. So let's see why I'm hurting. What's up, John? Welcome, welcome. Glad the chat is starting correctly for you early. So we got me and Andrew, we got Max and Jordan over there. Luke starting off with Alex. Max heavy on the collar tie. Jordan with a mutual collar tie. No, not a mutual collar tie, just a bicep tie. Now laid it on. You know, Max almost hit two very good ankle picks on me that we'll see later.
Yeah, he had a pretty good look at one here on Jordan. Jordan just got outside of it. Jordan in on a leg, but Max gives a pretty big sprawl. Jordan just let his posture get collapsed down a little bit too much.
Say something. Give me a test real quick.
Test.
It sounds like you're typing or something. There's like a weird.
Rubik's Cube.
Your Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that, man? Andrew getting me against the wall.
I'm always fidgeting with something.
It used to be a glass of wine you would fidget with on the street.
Maybe that's why I fidget.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew.
Alcoholism has its repercussions, I guess.
So it looks like I go to hit a Sasai here. I miss the step, and then Andrew almost counters with the same. He like keeps it going.
Yeah. Just kind of like whips you around a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, you have the same grip. It's an over-under grip. Nice arm drag attempt.
Looking for it. Over tie to snap. Jordan, meanwhile, onto Max's back here.
On the back. Yeah. It's got him tied up. I was curious why Max is not defending the strangle.
You forgot this is wrestling, or he thinks it's wrestling?
Right. Yeah, so he starts off defending the strangle. This is what we want to see here.
Sorry, I was thinking something else. Here we go. John and James starting up too. Gotta see how they made it to the ground. It's Jordan strangle side down.
This looks like it's going deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks, yeah.
Let's go back. James and John. I think, did James sit? Okay, James is set.
Yeah, he's set. Trying that overtie snap from you.
How you doing, John? You coming to class this week? Or did you train today? Neither Mike nor I did, because we're.
I was there. John
Yeah, that's right. You were there. So we're both broken 50% of the time. So
Max again looking forward. Hits a knee pick. Goes to the knee rather than the.
Really nice.
There is another John over here in the gray on the right hand side training with James.
Yeah. This is John.
Yep.
John. Yeah, what I like about this for Max is like he's got a great body type for it with his, he's tall, long limbs, so he has a great reach. He's really bent over here. So one thing I tell you guys with ankle picks is when you level change, you don't want to lower your level but leave your arm behind, so you end up like holding onto the neck up here while you reach. It's really bad for your shoulder, and also just ineffective. So he's already got Jordan really low. So watch when he goes for the pick, like he's barely had to change his level at all. He doesn't go ankle pick, he goes like on the calf. So, like Mike said, maybe more of a knee pick. This looks a lot like an ankle pick, but it's a little high. But either way, he's got Jordan broken down enough to where he's able to keep the push going through here, which makes this pull really easy. Jordan goes down like a sack of wrinkly-headed potatoes.
What's up, James?
How you doing, buddy? Ben and you. Oh, Jordan going in on the square stance with the double Koji.
was trying to work some of the stuff that we were going over in class too. The arm drag work that you were showing me.
Yeah,
Ben just goes ahead and pulls at this point.
It's funny, like I'm back to the drawing board with arm drags, which is hilarious. Such a fundamental move. Had an interesting exchange with Andrew here. So trying to play a false reap position, false reap being, you know, this top leg coming over while the ankle is in between my legs. And now Andrew's kind of like scooting back. But I see, all right, I'm not getting into this. He kind of gets pulled up on top of me, and I know that if I can get this leg in behind here, I could kind of like crab ride him and get to the back. So he actually falls forward before I could do that. But now it's like, all right, tight waist grip. He's going to try to square up because he knows that his back is exposed right now. And it was full on, like, do everything I can to get the back and stay behind him. Which he didn't make easy. And I was worried about a big turn with, like, an elbow to my eyeball. He ends up turning it into an outside ashi. A very, very deep outside ashi.
What just happened with Max and
I don't know. So Max caught in top half guard here.
Yeah, it looks like...
Or not even. He's just kind of floating on Jordan's right leg. He's looking for the foot wedge.
Oh yeah, it's like a shoulder crunch and then goes... I like that. So this is very like fundamental jiu-jitsu here. You often see it as like the hip bump sweep, and then you can turn the hip bump sweep into a Kimura or a guillotine. And Jordan actually does it very similarly here, right? So he gives Max a big bump to the left, which we tend to call like this more of like a knee lever, but it's not, right? Like his legs were in a different configuration.
Yeah, he kind of just rolled.
Yeah, you can imagine, you know, this coming out of just like a closed guard, how he takes Max over, and then he has his arm on the right side of Max's body here. And then when Max barrels back into him, he scoops the arm over top of the head. And you can think like he also, if he was able to control the right wrist of Max, he could have had a Kimura attempt there too, right? And but he doesn't, right? Then he has inside position and he goes straight in for this guillotine.
With the butterfly hooks in.
With the butterfly hooks, and then goes over the back with that left leg. I like that, and got it.
Yeah,
What's up, Ben?
Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy? Right here, another option Jordan could have used because he's set up well for it. I was gonna say a wing sweep, but actually he's not. With that leg in between,
He would have had to,
yeah, like this leg is there for Max to base. So if this foot was outside of this leg and Max was floating on that leg, then he could have wing sweep him, but not meant to be.
Ben was doing a really good job.
Andrew?
Like I've been trying a lot of different floating passes and stuff like that, especially on the white and blue belts, and Ben was really doing a good job here of even when I felt like I had him, you know, dead to rights, it was difficult to pass his guard. So
I
kind of just shot up to him. Yeah, no, he did really good. And then once I got past the legs here, it was then he was pinned. But
yeah,
he did a really good job even before that, using his legs to disrupt. So
good stuff. Not waiting for you to settle in a mount. He tries to recapture the knee.
Yep.
This little bit of trouble here though. Yeah, Andrew was over here really trying to dig my leg out. And we end up, I didn't realize what the time was. We ended up stopping to reset because he's basically off the floor right now. Or on the floor. He's like, we have 8 seconds. I should have just let you go with that, Andrew. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were getting so close to time. But I was doing everything I could to hide my heel on that, and it was getting difficult. Cooper just slapped Jordan.
Did he? He just palms his head.
Gives him a little hey buddy to the head.
Yeah. You and Max, me and John, Cooper and Jordan. We've got, I think, Luke and James. I was really digging what I just attempted on John right there. Like, so I had an underhook. I go to hit a quick Uchimata or Harai Goshi. I really didn't care which one I was going to be able to get. But watch what I do with that wrist control. So I have wrist control, Harai Goshi, he steps it, and then I turn that into an arm drag. And I was like, oh, I think I can finish. And he turned like really quick out of it, you know? But it was just an interesting one because I think if I had an overhook, it would have been more difficult. But with the underhook, it was right there, you know?
That was pretty sick. Yeah, he ran out of that one.
Yeah.
That was nice. God, now we're gonna add arm drags into our little judo exchanges now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you almost had a little lift there.
Oh, it's coming. I've been really trying them, especially on him.
Having a good stand-up round with John feels like having a good round on the ground with Luke.
Yes. He snatched that single, and that was it took all I had to try and stay up. He pops me down right here. Boom. But I stand right back up.
I didn't see how I got the single.
He just barrels in, kind of head low.
Yeah.
Picks it up right at the knee. I'm trying to keep my leg on the outside, but then I wanted to turn it down, and when I did, he just took that because I exposed my back way too much there.
Yeah. Sorry, Jordan. Didn't realize you cared about the Daytona 500. I didn't even know it was happening. Your camera switched, Mike.
Oh, awesome.
You're tiny.
What else is new?
Looking to reach back here.
Yeah, so he kind of so John kind of reinvigorated the attack the Kimura from Turtle in order to start getting out of that position. And so that's kind of how I was able to get him to move a little bit. And then at that point he switched his head position, and I was able to go for this just for a decent whizzer to have him break it up.
Yeah, I allowed that one, Jordan. I'll have you know. James over here with Luke executing was it a standing guard? But yeah, Luke goes to lock up a standing guard, and James says, yeah, I'm not hanging out here. Notice he gets up, pops up real quick before Luke can really establish any posture control. Looking right here.
Mm-hmm.
Stands up nice and tall. Even before Luke can really like have a secure cross to the ankles. He just gets out of this, runs out, resets.
That's the best time to do it too on Luke, because once he locks up his legs, it's very difficult to break him open.
It's, like trying to pry your way out of his posture control is a tough game to play. Almost hit a Sasai there on John. Going for
Dude,
it.
Yeah,
James.
Really flowing with this.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Oh. Damn. Let's see this. So you got this tight waist grip, knee position behind. He kind of runs in front of you, little hip heist.
Yep.
With the knee. That was nice. Friendly put down. So the cool thing about John is anytime you do get a takedown on him, when he hits the ground, he's like, nice. Immediately congratulatory.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did I do on Max? Oh, I went S mounts. So really get those long arms up high. Punish him for trying to pick my ankles. What are we at? Whoops. Just missed a whole bunch of the rounds. I just want to go back real quick, see if See if I missed any time where Max was trying to get a takedown, because I really wanted to highlight that. I was impressed when he was hitting these. Just can't remember if it came early in the round or later. Oh, I had a standing guillotine on him. All right, I think it comes later. So 225. This is good. Jordan putting the hurting on Cooper here.
Really nice double from John here.
He attempted it. He just didn't really like press through it. Like he didn't drive forward. He kind of stops right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get your hips going back. Like your head is, you know, indicative of, you know, balance right now.
Right. Yeah,
Starts
he goes
cutting
up
the
for
angle.
that tight waist. Yeah, but the whizzer that I've been really focused on good whizzer technique. So like when I did it, this impressed the hell out of me when he just rotated straight out of my cross ashi, and like, I mean, frankly, that just doesn't happen normally. And I was like, what is going on?
Got
It
it,
was like
yeah.
his legs were made of spaghetti, you know?
He got his knee free very quickly. Like you're
super early.
yeah, you don't have your ankles crossed up, you know, a triangle
Yeah.
or anything. And then you just like, once the knee's free, he just rolls out. It's like, I'm not hanging out there.
I was super impressed with that. Yeah, his attention to danger is pretty heightened.
Yeah.
It was like, which isn't like really impressive coming from an MMA school that didn't do leg locks, and then for him to have as much attention to him now.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, it came on pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So at least one ankle pick attempt here. Again, a little high on the calf. Max, if you watch this, and if not, I'll probably point this out to him. But you know, it's an ankle pick for a reason. Put your pinky to the ground, all the way down at the heel. That's where you're gonna get the most leverage. So he goes for this, and I'm able to just kind of step back. I don't really have too much trouble with it.
Yeah, and you have the length for it too. So it's not like you would be reaching too far.
Right.
I really do like how though he's keeping a constant distance control between his head and his hand. You know, like with the tie, he's dropping everything down rather than letting his hand stay high as he sinks down.
Right. So this is where your knee got a little owie.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I was so happy with that too. Uchimata into the front headlock, and then my left leg, which would my leading leg in this exchange, right about here is where it popped, and I have no idea why. I'm broken and old, I guess.
Yeah, maybe just how you plant on it, like as you're driving around.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I'll be back soon. It feels like there's like a ball inside of my knee. Like I can still squat down. I still have full range of motion, but then it just like tightens up as I squat down. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's the feeling that it gives me.
Sounds like some inflammation. Did Jordan just wrist lock Cooper here from inside the guard? Is this what you did, Jordan? Would a John Smith takedown work as well and maneuver the head to the inside of the knee to be able to access the opposite leg? Let's see, what a John Smith takedown work. So
kind of like a fireman's carry?
No, like a John Smith single. It's the really low single, where you shoot down, wrap the ankle, and kind of head by the knee and break the knee outward with your head pressure.
Yeah, I got you.
At least that's how I know them. And John, feel free to correct me if I'm getting that wrong. But that's what I know of the John Smith single. Now I take it you're asking that in context of the ankle pick we were talking about. Would a takedown work as well and maneuver the head to the inside of the knee to be able to access the opposite leg? Yeah, I don't see why not. I've heard people criticize the John Smith single in jiu-jitsu as just leaving like leaving you open to some other things. Honestly, in my experience with it, I haven't had too much trouble with it, where I'll go for that from time to time. Instead of a sweep single going to the outside, I'll stay kind of up in the middle, hit that head on the inside and break them down. And as long as I get them to the ground, I'm good. I could scramble through it. The big warning I have is if the head is on the outside, and we actually did this during class, if the head goes to the outside, they can literally backstep, 270 degrees and start threatening a triangle, a rear triangle. So you have to make sure that you're doing it head inside on that. But whatever, if to answer your question, if you want to access the opposite leg, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Basically turning it into a double is how I'm picturing it. He said, "You're not Caleb," and I said, "Watch this." Good question, John. Thanks. Keep them coming, man. I'm glad somebody knows what the John Smith single is. I feel like that's, unless you have a wrestling background, like most pure jiu-jitsu guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You described it, but I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, it was made popular by a wrestler, John Smith. That was like, he could shoot that from distance. Like, I kind of feel like it almost involves no setup, and if he heard me say that, he'd probably be like, "You don't know what you're talking about." But because it's so low and you don't need a connection, you can just dive right in. John Smith subs. Yeah, I can tell, dude. Now I go to avenge your knee, whatever voodoo John did to it. Meanwhile, you say, "Hey Luke, do you want to train?"
Yeah, he asked me, and I was like, "Yeah, okay. My knee's already messed up, so how's it gonna be? It's not gonna get any more messed up."
It could absolutely get more messed up. I would have been even funnier if you didn't typo your way through that, Jordan. What was this takedown on John? So maybe working from my underhook. Yeah. I mean, it was more of a, I guess so. I mean, I have a tight waist. I'm not pulling at the shoulder with the near side underhook like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't have like, either an overhook or like a hand to push the shoulder, the opposite shoulder. So I just pull him towards me, try to step behind his legs and get him tripping. And I get enough of a step out of him that even though he gets the other leg back, I get him off balance enough. Now we're on the wall. Got Alex and Max, okay. And Andrew and Coop against the wall.
Yeah, underneath me, behind me.
You mirror locking,
back,
right? Don't let me miss the mirror lock, Andrew. Oh yeah, I had to chase the back down on this. Sorry, I missed it. So he rolls up, I lock it up. And John always does this. He's very good at denying the hip control very early. So I don't have any hooks in right now. And if you guys have rolled with me long enough, you should know that when I don't have that lower body connection, I really double down on the upper body. So I am making sure that my seatbelt grip up top is very, very tight. So as he rolls, I'm fine with it as long as I can get back to my knees and try to get my legs in. Here I get the top leg. Yeah, I get both legs in. Okay. So at the beginning of the round, we'll go back. I want to see it. So now I got the arm trap here. And then I'm over
to reinforce.
Yeah, I'm over the face, so I switch and go other side, so strangle side down, and end up getting underneath. 3 minutes. Let's see this cheekiness.
Nice arm drag.
Yeah, was it even before this? Because now they're just sitting on the ground. happened, Andrew? Ah, maybe. There.
There.
What a jerk. Just looking to tear another bicep, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Who did I do that to? Oh man, I can't remember. I did that to somebody. And they said the exact same thing, or something. They were like, if not trying to be a jerk right now, but if you were a little bit taller, I would have tapped. So, thanks for the feedback. I'll work on that.
Been working my whole life.
So again, I feel like I'm in a decent position here with John. Underhook, tight waist. I'm starting to post on the knee, looking to like, I was going to try to turn him and block the knee with my hand this time instead of my my foot. But I go on the turn and it was nothing to him. He was like, yeah, okay.
Oh, he just outstepped it. Yeah.
So it's funny, you say your knee hurts.
Yeah.
And then you're just fully
Oh, I couldn't do anything with that leg.
Hips.
Yep. Like, you see how my leg just didn't even track at that point? I was just like, so I was already preparing. I knew that I had to have a frame up high.
That was you, Andrew. That's right. Like, let me show Matt how to do it. Oh, I hit some nastiness on John here. I forgot I twister him.
Yeah, that's a twister.
I have to go back and look at something, but I want to see this play out.
And Luke got me in a straight arm right there, or maybe I think it was a straight arm.
Hold on 1 second. I'll answer you in a second, Ben. What happened here? Oh, that's right. So John and I scramble out of this, or he scrambles up, and then I hit the ankle pick. So I have arm on the shoulder. He goes to stand, and I just stay connected to him. Get the ankle pick, put him down.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, and then rush up to him. Then go
step back step.
Yeah, into cross.
Looks like he gave you a very similar reaction to what he did to me, to where he just kind of rotated out of your cross ashi. Or did you let him out?
I don't think I let him out.
Oh, you stayed in there longer than I did.
Yeah, he just hides the heel and goes on the dig, pushes my knee down.
Yeah.
But then from here, hit an arm drag to get back exposure.
That was nice.
And then here,
Yep.
here only one hook in, which, bringing it back to the chat, in ADCC, one hook is not points. It has to be either two hooks or a body triangle.
Yeah.
And as far as the second part of that, no upper body control. I don't think that they're necessarily looking for a grip to define that, but I think there has to be chest to back connection. If their back is on the ground, like if you have hooks in, but they, your shoulders are aligned and his back is on the ground, I don't think that they would call that full back control. I could be wrong about that, but this is where ADCC rule stipulations get a little wonky for me. It's probably somewhat well defined. Thought I saw Mike finish a straight ankle this round, maybe.
I get a heel hook later on that round, yeah.
Well, Helen Hunt isn't in here. It's just me being a total babe. So from that back take, I only get the one hook in, but I keep that and look for my underhook on the far side. And then that way I know I have the back. Once I start pulling back underneath, I think, let me try to keep going, because John isn't really addressing the leg. I have a full lockdown on it. So I get the arm behind me, swim my arm in front, start going for the twister. It took a while to get there. I think this is the highest experience level, like the highest belt I've ever hit a twister on. Felt good, man. Did you finish straight ankle, Mike? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Later. No. Luke caught me with an arm bar here from mount. and then or I'm sorry, from half guard. Here he goes in for the Kimura and then straightens my arm out. Get a quick tap off of that one, and then I play in his guard here. And this is where my knee was lighting up pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, you have your knee in between his legs, and
in the bad knee.
Yeah, he's not exactly gonna just let that hang out there.
No, so I'm definitely playing a lot more like in the squatted position, if not like headquarters, than what I normally do. Yeah, so Luke basically, he was looking to take his foot on the outside. He took his left foot out, and he was playing like a mix between reverse De La Riva, or maybe he was playing reverse De La Riva, and I just popped his foot down and kind of scooted it out towards my side. And then since my knee was already up the middle, my left knee was already up the middle, I was like, okay, well, I'll just go and attack I'll attack the leg and see what I can get. And yeah, so it looks like it's a straight ankle, because this is my go-to when I'm going for an outside heel hook. I will put a ton of ankle pressure just to get a good bend in the leg. And what Luke likes to do is he runs interference with his right foot. But what happened, I don't know if maybe his right foot was bothering him and he couldn't run interference or what.
It almost looks like you're blocking it.
Yeah, so that's actually what I wound up doing was, like, I noticed that his foot was there, and it either got crossed up or what, but his right foot was further through, and like he was crossed like this, like way too far.
Okay.
And so I took advantage of that, and I was like, okay, well, now I have actually a wedge underneath the leg that I'm going to attack, so now I can scoop my arm underneath and get to a heel hook better. And that's exactly what I did there.
So that was a heel hook?
That was a heel hook. Yeah, outside heel hook. From a Rimi Ashi.
Yeah, you didn't even have to go to outside.
Yeah. But those are few and far between, so I'm excited when I see it. He did it again. He pulled his leg out, and I just noticed him doing it, and so I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna take your leg.
Right, yeah. I'm curious what he was like, where he was gonna put it next.
Me too. I was as well, but I didn't want to find out, to be honest.
Yeah. Jordan James, I think, yeah.
Andrew in on a leg on Ben. He is. Where did this happen?
Yeah, just a really nice.
He actually shot in on the other leg from his half guard. Yep, so that was good. So he uses his right leg from half guard that was normally on the other side, sends it in, and then puts a reap on Ben here in order to get him turning down towards the mat. Yep. I mean, it's not a reap because it's not across the hip.
Yeah. That reaping action.
Yeah.
Ben was looking good there for a second. Like he turned out of it. It looked like he had beaten the turn. I think had he kept going a little bit further, he may have been safer.
Dude, I watched Ben today going against another guy that goes for leg locks, and he defended it extremely well.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. The leg lock defense is definitely showing.
Good stuff. Alex has a very good passing game, I think.
He does.
For his level and his experience, like he has some very solid passing. We're gonna see him do it on me later. One pass in particular that has been working extremely well against me that he does. I had Luke in a 3/4 armbar here, and I was very stoked on this. Like he could not sit up. My cross-facing leg was very effective. It was just digging the arms out. So I'm really working on controlling the far arm. Here he switches to this like kind of figure 4 style hiding of the arms, which I actually prefer when guys do that. Like if I can get grip on their knuckle line, I could normally dig it out on the far side arm, hide it, and then extract their arm that I really want to get. So I saw the opportunity to start working that, and Luke just hits the quickest turn at the most opportune time and slips his elbow right out. I was so pissed when that happened. It was very, very well timed, and he was just like, he even said right here, he's like, I was just waiting for the right moment, and he found it.
Yeah.
Andrew goes Darce here, I believe.
It's rolling.
Dives
through. He does. Yeah. He dives through like he's going to go for the Anaconda and then just sends it in for the Darce.
Yeah, that was nice, man.
Andrew, were you doing an elbow to elbow like we had talked about?
I don't think he was.
Roll.
I'll let him, Andrew. Matt here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Andrew and I talked about this later this day. I don't think Andrew was doing that here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew.
Because during our roll later, I think he hits this on me. The turn at least, but not the Darce.
You giving Alex a reminder about head height, hip height.
How that just works. Sent his head down and then lifted his hips a little bit. And I was glad to be out from bottom because he is his top game is pretty good.
Yeah, it can be pretty miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled a Jordan.
Yeah, I wouldn't if Jordan told me that, I would actually believe him.
That was also very impressive. I thought I was going to get an easy mount. He kind of lulled me into thinking that I didn't have to do too much. And when I go to slide my knee through, he pulls his knees in. He gives me a nice bump on the hips right before this, maybe 5 seconds before that happened. Right here. So I go through. I can't really get his arm up. And I was like, it's okay. And then immediately he gives me a push on the hips and then almost just quick kick right out of it.
Yep.
Boom. Just like that. And I was like, all right, nice.
Yeah, his defense is really solid. It's kind of annoying because guys come in, first couple times you get to roll with them, and you're like, I'm just gonna submit this guy now. I haven't done that to Alex. Alex is like, no, you're not just gonna do that to me.
Yep.
Andrew, looks like you're trying to work that Sasai trip here. So you got collar tie.
Big pull.
Yeah, and I can't really see what's going on with the other arm, like what kind of grip you have. Okay, you got shallow
collar
underhook
tie,
there.
Shallow underhook, yeah.
Yeah, I think what you're missing here, Andrew, is a setup step out in this direction. So this leg stepping out here, like right before you hit your pull and turns, because you kind of pull Ben towards you a little bit. Like you're just enough in his way, I would say. I don't know, maybe you missed the leg too. That might be the biggest part of it. That might be it, yeah. But remember, when you go for this trip, you kind of have to get out of the way, and there's a rotational component there. You have to pull with the underhook and push with that other arm. Since you have a collar tie, you're gonna push with the forearm and the elbow. You could always just push with the hand on the shoulder too. But he ends up tripping that way. And then a little back step into cross ashi. Oh, I had a really interesting position on Luke here, I think. We were at 208. I gotta find this. Okay, it hasn't happened yet. I had him in like a pretty serious rear triangle threat, or at least it seemed that way.
Looks like you're going.
Watch what he does to me. Going omoplata. He just picks me up.
Yeah.
I go, all right, cool. I'll stand. Like just right at my hips.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, let me fight off this. Try to fight off the single leg. I don't think I successfully do. Try to run out of it.
Keeps a hold of it. Picks it. Yeah.
But then right here, I actually lock him up in a rear triangle. Like his head and arm are in this. You could see the arm fight going on right now. But I have his head under control, and yeah, just there he sneaks it out. I'm like, damn it, dude.
Yeah, this was my.
I was gonna say, Andrew, you're
it.
set up for him. It's just getting the footwork right, I think. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
what were you saying, Mike?
No, like we were talking about the easy subs and stuff like that on Alex, and I haven't been able to either. You can see here, I'm going after this Kimura, which is normally a pretty high success rate for me, and he's doing a super good job of keeping everything really nice and tight, and not giving me a whole lot of room.
Right.
To send my arm through, on the shoulder side.
Yeah, it's those like white belt mistakes or whatever. He definitely
He's not doing them.
He definitely polished those up a long time ago before we got to roll with him.
Yeah.
Passing my guard as usual. Andrew with the nice guard pass here, and there's a little post on Ben's ankle. So kind of kicks the leg by, gets behind it, and watch him pin the ankle and just walk behind.
Yeah. Using the legs to go into the triangle.
I don't know if there's an arm in there or not. Oh, quick extension on the arm there.
Yeah. The ankle pick. Luke's attacking the turtle here. I am not very successful turtling up with Luke anymore.
Yeah.
He's very quick to take my back. Turtle, front headlock position. He's looking for the Darce. I know he is. Right here. Sending that right arm through as much. But you're gonna deny it all day, keeping your elbows tight.
Yeah.
He hits the cradle.
Yeah, I'm normally good with hand fighting out of guillotines, darces, anacondas from turtle position. Because it's such an obvious first move that people go to. So by the time they go to hit it, I'm already right here. I'm already blocking a hand. Not normally much of a troublesome spot for me. I watch it happen to me like 10 times this coming week, just for saying that. Luke's going to hear that and be like, I'm going to darce an anaconda and guillotine and 10-finger guillotine and 5-finger guillotine Matt this week.
Right.
Danny joining the fray after we're all tired.
He was instructing Mike on how to hang pictures. Hammering a screwdriver into the wall.
It's good work. It
Pictures
really
look great.
The hall looks awesome now. Like just walking down the hall with all like the comp photos and like class photos and stuff looks really rad.
What happened with James and Andrew? Are they just working on stuff?
Good question. So James is sitting.
James sits. Yeah.
Andrew's kind of in behind a leg here, knee through.
Yeah. So James has a false reap here.
And then gets the leg behind.
Full. Yep.
Very nice. You know,
Locks it up.
Austin, before we go further, Austin did this, I think, in the Monday footage we reviewed, like so smoothly, and it's really making me rethink how I work from here. Like when that knee comes through, I focus so much on how do I get my leg behind their leg, and like this is the second instance of just you guys just slipping this leg in with almost little to no effort. Um, and it's making me think I've overthought this. Well, so here's, yeah, all right. Now I'm thinking about this right. Like, maybe it's, oh, you know what it is? It's if Andrew was standing, if this foot was planted and the leg was like extended,
Yes.
that's where it's a lot harder to get the leg behind. So breaking them down to a knee, and then just like, then from there, it's a super easy swim to get behind the leg.
Yep, you got it. Yeah, you're right on. Like that. This is how Gordon used to bait everybody, and when he went on his tear in IBJJF or whatever, that was exactly how he had everybody pass his guard. He would play a low knee shield and have somebody try to go behind him, and then as soon as they went behind him, he would drop his low leg back and catch behind the knee and turn them over because they were already going in that direction. It doesn't work if they are hips down going into your guard. So if they play into the knee shield, it doesn't work.
Right.
And that's where you have to really invert in order to get them up over top of you in order to break them down to the hip.
Yeah, James finishes that with the Z-lock, takes the leg to the outside.
Yep. Danny wrestling up on Alex here, hits a quick knee tap, and then around immediately to pass the guard.
Good
That's
example.
Pretty textbook.
Yeah, good example of the utility of the underhook coming up from bottom half.
And how you can use the half guard as an offensive position.
Yep. Yeah, James, I feel like every time I see you working from cross ashi, you're attacking the inside or the inside ashigurami, Z-lock, whatever you want to call it. It's really, really good. Obviously effective.
And straight in. Oh, I thought James tapped. I thought that was a knee bar. Oh, what happened there? Goes in. Oh,
Little Brazil tap, maybe? Yeah, it looked like. I thought James.
What happened
too.
to that? It is nuts. Got it.
It's nuts. Ah.
Yeah.
The old Brazil nut tap.
Yeah.
Alex doing good. Up past Danny's guard here. And Luke on somebody's back. Jordan's back, maybe?
Yeah, looks like it. Sax in fifth. Sax on fifth.
Yeah. Escape from everywhere.
No escape.
That's like some Master Ken stuff.
Yeah, there's two ways to escape the heel hook. Kick him in the nuts, and then toe in the butthole.
Let's see what happens with
The oil
Danny.
check only works like 50% of the time.
Yeah. But I do it 100% of the time. So Danny trying to dig this leg out, and Alex does a great job here denying him a real good extraction. It's like, I mean, so Danny's full outside ashi right now, which is a tough spot to be in this position since there's like no... Danny not only doesn't have heel exposure here, he doesn't even have the leg extended. So he's really got to dig this out. He's got an elbow deep grip, not impossible. It's very important that he gets the leg up here in the armpit to get Alex in this direction and make that right leg of his very light. So you can see the effects of that happening. Danny about digs this leg out. Locks up a triangle around it. But now they're kind of on their side. Alex is not in the best spot right now.
No.
But good reaction. Really good reaction. Gets back up. Gets the leg back.
Danny wrestles up. Yep.
Gives it all away.
I mean, and that's another good depiction of using underhooks effectively. What Danny's doing right here. Right, at that point, just coming straight up, kind of giving a nice tight waist grip, using that right underhook, and then using his head to drive Alex over. And I'm assuming the left arm is on the hip here, and he can probably just translate that down to the knee. Yeah. to
You,
get the effectively a double leg.
and you can tell that that thick Danny neck of his puts in a lot of work here, driving through across the body, like you said, a little knee tap action, and then coming right
What's up,
up
Ronnie?
past the guard. What's up, Veronica? How you doing? Your hemoglobin was all on your head a second ago with
Yeah.
that rear naked strangle Luke hit on you. Looks like you got Coop fighting against variations on lower body control here.
Yeah.
One arm strangle to start, bringing in that second arm.
Yeah, I don't think I finished the string.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I did. I got
Oh yeah, I did. My bad.
it.
A tooth.
Well, he made me fight for it for so long.
Yeah. All those skinny neck
Tooth
guys,
through
you know.
the lips. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty common with Luke. Me and Danny were just talking. We're talking to him about it today.
What about how he crushes your mouth into your teeth?
Yeah. Anything below the eyes is the throat.
Is the neck, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Oof. Danny almost caught himself in a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah.
So this pass that Danny's trying to do here.
What's up, espionage?
What's up, bro? How you doing? As Danny's doing this, I feel like he's a little high on the leg, right? So I would like to see the shoulder down by the knee instead of the ankle to really hit this effectively. It's also, I mean, it's gonna bring Danny's left arm, like he can send it down by Alex's left hip, like across the body, and just have a little bit more control. Right now there's a lot of space here that Alex can use between their chests, right? A lot of space between the chests that Alex can fill with his legs. Now as Danny turns the corner, you know, catches himself a little off balance. I think he was trying to do like kind of steamroll up the body a little bit. Just ran out of time for the finish. And now he comes and scraps with me. Hey, happy belated Valentine's to you, my man. Hope it was a good one. Danny getting me broken down. I'm not
Danny's
hanging out.
using that shallow pull underhook style. Head in the neck.
Yeah. Couldn't do much in the way that I wanted to do.
That was nice. He just kind of threw in a knee pick from there. Or did he like throw his leg up?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he did.
It's like he went for like a flying buggy choke, but I know he wouldn't do that.
Do you know he wouldn't do that? Or
No.
No,
I guess don't.
I don't know what he was. If he was maybe thinking like flying guillotine, if this arm was gonna come around my neck, I'm not sure what his
Maybe.
intentions were. But I just move out of the way because I don't feel like finding out. Try to crowd into him before he can stand back up. It's all right. All forthcoming Valentine's days will be that much sweeter.
Yeah.
And I wish you a speedy recovery.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ooh, Andrew.
What was that?
So collar tie
Goes behind the back.
here. Kind of tries to
He's
hit
just throwing.
his power
his
drag
throw-
that I
yeah.
call it. That was, you know,
Oh, wow.
decent chain. I won it involuntarily. Yeah. Yeah, but that was just the one side, right? I think it was a
Yeah.
unilateral involuntary vasectomy. So throws the arm by here, steps around. Jordan is able to get the underhook in though, but with Andrew taking this big step around, he can transition it now into this trip to take Jordan backwards. That was a nice little setup, and then a plan B, spinning right into a triangle. I'm gonna hide you for a second, Mike, just so we make sure we can show that. Show it without all the pausing. Go behind, spins to the triangle. I sees it there. Jordan just barely gets the other hand in. Oh, the training. Oh, okay, nice, nice.
That's awesome. Yeah.
The other side was always smaller.
Luke in on a nice 3/4 juji on Alex. Good transition. Going over, he's attacking that arm. Almost like a, I mean, it is an arm bar, but I keep forgetting what the hell they call it.
Like the Choi bar kind of thing?
Choi bar. Yeah, Choi bar. And Alex doesn't move the way that Luke wants it to, so he inverts and then just takes him over with a triangle.
That was nice.
And then finishes the armbar. Yeah. Choi bar. Thank you. Yes. I always want to say Aoki lock just because that's the other like unique name. But clearly, I mean, that one's on the leg. And I get that one wrong all the time anyway.
Yeah, the few subs that are named after people. I don't know. I like that. It'd be cool to have one. But then I feel like I just have to it's like, great, now I have one more thing I need to study. Like Barada Platas and Tarika Platas.
Tarika Plata.
Choi bars. At least Mikey was just like, just call it the Mikey lock.
Right.
He wasn't like, yeah, this is a Mikey Garami.
Dude, I don't.
Hingertines, I feel like that's just Josh Hinger hitting a guillotine. I don't think there's.
That's what my instincts tell me as well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything fancy to that, and that's not to shit on Josh Hinger. I've heard that. I'm like, I don't see what the difference is.
Yeah.
The Barada Plata, I remember looking at what, you know, the guy, his name's not Barato, but like, yeah. I remember looking at him do it and learning it briefly, but I think I saw it in the gi when I first saw it, and I just immediately lost interest, I guess. Danny and I have a great scramble here, so he pulls guard and then hits like an ankle pick on me.
Yeah, that was nice. I like that. He talked to me about that after training too. So pulls, hits the ankle pick. Does he push up with his right leg? Is that what he does? Is like he uses it as a butterfly hook? Like how did he drive you over?
Yeah.
Oh no, he just uses. Yeah, he uses that and probably the push off the collar tie. I didn't notice that he didn't let go of the collar tie.
Yeah, he's got both. So he keeps my head down. Go to
nice.
Try to invert. He jumps past my legs. Turtle up. That little move I did there, I mean, there's nothing fancy about this, but he goes to get me turned over on turtle, and I felt the risk of the armbar or a Kimura or something coming in, so I hit a really, really fast turn through this. It felt super fast. I'll put it in regular speed, but there as he gets me turned.
Oh yeah.
Just to slip my elbow back to get safe. So big turn, guard in, and then now I go to stand up because I'm not gonna fight his onslaught laying down. That's probably why my back is hurting today. Is that whole exchange? Just like,
and now it hits me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, they're totally made up. Look into it.
Partial to clementines.
Dude, we got clementines at the grocery store this afternoon. I am super excited about it.
Good luck, because it's not a great season for him.
Yeah.
I like the Matthew Orbital Blaster. That's cool. Are the 10th Planet techniques based on some Japanese name, or are they made up? They're 100% made up, yeah. Yeah, 100% fiction. Yeah, there's nothing in Japanese martial arts that references the crackhead guard or the vaporizer or
The Dead Orchard.
the goblin guard or goblin mount or whatever. Yeah, none of that's real. Danny going for his last ditch reverse triangle entrance, which I commend him for. Almost turns it into a leg entrance there.
I was thinking it too, Jordan. I was thinking it too.
You guys are terrible. You already got auto modded once, Jordan. You better be careful.
Yeah, that one didn't even get didn't get flagged. It flew under the radar.
It doesn't. The auto mod doesn't understand context. Hindulatine is definitely an ancient. I could go dig up some footage of Steven getting caught in that.
Yeah.
That took us all by surprise. That kid hit that, and we were like, "What in the hell?"
Yep. How did John get to Coop's back when Coop was just on John's back? What just happened?
So let's see.
Oh, okay.
So Coop doesn't have any lower body control.
John is pushing on that leg. Okay. Shoulder rolls out.
And then just probably goes around that direction now? No? Coop kind of keeps him down. At least briefly.
Yep, and then it turns into an arm drag.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Danny and Andrew.
You and Alex, and we got Luke and James. And Ben and Jordan.
I think Andrew's digging. Okay, I thought he was digging on a leg.
That was an interesting out from that bottom half guard, James. What the hell did you do? Like, just playing butterfly half. Luke is coming in, trying to, pin the leg down like he normally does with that arm weave. Goes over the top.
So he's not even in half guard.
No, well, he was.
Now, Luke transitions out.
And then, Luke goes to step around and clear that knee shield, but James pulls the knee shield back and then goes into like this almost reverse close guard.
Watch his left leg comes over the back here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. That would getting to a reverse close guard, getting there, but just couldn't break Luke's hips down.
Huh.
It's not my best round.
I don't know. That escape was pretty cool.
It looked cool.
I mean, I guess it wasn't an escape, but it was almost a sweep.
Oh, did you stub your toe, James? You stubbed your little piggy?
Oh, that's right. You did.
Did it get caught in the mat or something?
I think maybe, yeah. What happened with Danny and Andrew? Darce.
It's like
yeah,
Darce?
That's right. Yeah. Actually, I remember watching that now. This is your second round with Luke, right? You already had one earlier this day?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was his best round. Now this is not his best round.
On that arm, like a shoulder crunch, but then Luke just kind of barrels straight up. And almost like a little bit of a butterfly sweep.
Jordan, who you triangling over there? Ah, got Ben.
John with a really nice escape. I think Luke this is the one that Luke really likes to do. Coop has a pretty deep Katagatame, and Yeah, John turns into him, and then you kind of eat it for a second, and then you can rotate over top of your partner here.
So
Big bridge.
the one we've seen Luke do, Luke rolls over this shoulder.
That's right. He goes away,
Yep.
not into it. Okay.
And this one, John swims. So like John's pretty much out of the katagatame now.
Yeah. Yep.
So he gets that elbow down, and then once he does, he goes, "Oh, I've got an easy out here." So
Yep.
slightly different, similar mechanic, but he got the arm safe.
Heavy crossface from Danny here. On Andrew, really doing a good job of keeping Andrew pointed in the right, like the way that Danny wants him to go.
Yeah. And then quickly changing sides to attack that right arm.
And Andrew doing a hell of a good job to try and get his elbows down.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. This was Danny's first go-to submission.
Yeah, right.
Before he discovered the Darce, so he's got a lot of years.
Do you remember when he
one.
had that north-south triangle, where he like from bottom north-south, where he would hit that rear triangle?
Bottom north-south, like a reverse triangle.
A reverse triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was annoying when he got
super annoying.
Got into those. I like this though. This is interesting. So he starts fishing for the arm triangle here, but then actually turns it into a mounted triangle. I think as Andrew pulls the arm down. I don't even know. I don't even think Andrew like fully pulls that arm out. He just turns it into an arm bar.
Yep.
Let's do this one more time. This is slick. So arm is caught. Keeps it up, starts turning the corner. So he's basically setting up the arm bar now. Almost to an S mount here. Turns the corner. And is basically, I mean, he was briefly S mounted, but now he's behind that arm. Secures it here. So he's in on the arm bar, gets the turn.
Gets the turn there, yep.
I just want to see one more thing. So he gets the arm up, isolated, turns the corner.
Look how stubborn Luke is. Omoplata, yeah.
Yeah, Luke doesn't let you omoplata him. He's very stubborn about that. This is where you go into the legs, though.
Yeah.
James, if you haven't done it, or if you didn't see it,
or follow him up and take the sweep.
Yeah. Oh, use those omoplatas to enter the legs. That's what I should have done with him earlier, instead of just letting him pick me up and stand me back up again.
Real stuff. Not no-gi, it's not.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, imagine being able to just reach up and grab a belt. I just told somebody there. That'd be so nice.
Right.
Look at Coop. Look at Coop. Squeezing the juice right out of Danny's red head. Very nice. Very nice, Cooper.
That was good. That was way to flow in there. Yeah.
Cuts the angle. Yeah, Coop, you've got that strangle. Like, just settle in with it. Let it work.
Right.
Don't keep adjusting it.
Espionage, it's scary because we've been training with him since he's been like, I don't know,
12 or 13,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And
yeah, he just shot up
like 2 feet in the past 6 months, and it's been crazy. But you could see him like flowing into these positions.
Yeah.
And that's what's super frustrating. And I mean, it's fun to watch, but it's also super frustrating that he's so fluid with it.
Yeah, you're kind of not wrong,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Now he's in on this arm triangle. Danny.
Yeah. He's like 95 pounds.
He was telling me he had a. He was telling me he had a little incident on the ice at a hockey match recently where I guess somebody on the other team was being a bit rude to one of his teammates, and Coop like skated up on him and just like lords over the guy.
Yeah.
And he like immediately stopped. It was just like didn't want to mess with him at all.
Dude, and him
like,
on
hell
skates,
yeah,
and he's
dude.
got another 6 or 7 inches.
Yeah, right.
On the skate.
He's really on the offense on this round. Danny's obviously letting him work quite a lot, which is really nice to see. But Coop is catching
He's finding the positions well.
Yeah.
He's finding it very well.
Danny on the rear triangle or reverse triangle.
Yep.
Luke over there with Ben. Yeah, Coop's ability to chain submissions lately has, I think in the last probably 6 months, has
Even
drastically
just this.
improved. Here he's
There you go.
attacking Cross-Ashi briefly. I think he was right to maybe give up on that as Danny started to attack the head. Darces are definitely an option when somebody is putting you in Cross-Ashi. Ask me how I know. Not because I do them, but because they're done to me. Now, I don't know if Coop, maybe he was like, oh, I already tried to hit an arm triangle. Let me go to something else. If that's the case, that's fine. I often don't like to hit the same submission twice in a round if I can avoid it. But he could have kept that a little bit longer. Maybe used it to transition to the back. Nice. Putting Danny back down here. And Luke getting on the back.
That was fun.
Yeah, what happened there? Danny gets up. Luke goes up and over.
Yeah.
On the Darce at the bell.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, like
God.
just those transitions, how he's able to see it and execute it, that's awesome.
You and me both, man. Let's see this arm drag. Just want to see my feet real quick. So, kind of against a square stance. Downward grip on the arm. Big pull to the back.
Trap the arm. Keep the arm. You keep the arm trapped.
Yeah, just start walking him forward. I don't want to put him down on Luke and Danny.
Yep.
So we go in the other direction. Just a little trip and a push. Luke on the legs, sits into.
Ooh.
I think that laid on pretty quick. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember they like. Luke or Danny said something about this. Okay, so that's what it was. Danny was getting up. Luke, instead of chasing the single down, sits into a leg entanglement. Slight reap over the top, but in a straight ankle grip, not a heel hook grip. Probably just enough pressure. Danny's like, yep, I'm not messing around with that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I 100% agree. It's funny because like young kids like Cooper or Max, you know, I look at them and I'm like, oh god, I just rolled with Luke or Mike or Danny, or you know, it's like, let me get a rest round, and then they come at me with just murderous intent, and I'm like, this was supposed to be a round off, and I ended up just getting thrashed by a 16-year-old or 17-year-old for 5 or 6 minutes. There's another look at the arm drag where I'm really focusing a lot on my grip, so you could tell in this frame my knuckles are facing the camera, right? I don't have an overhand grip where you just reach out and grab a hand like this. I have it like this. With that, it's really easy to keep the hand low, grab in on the arm, and I pull Cooper to me on this one. I didn't get the step in that I wanted or that I should have done, but I get back exposure enough. Then put him down after the bell, like a good training partner does. All right, well, lost you there, Mike. There you are. Good stuff. Great rounds. Great Saturday. Still feeling it deep into my Sunday. So thank you for that. I think that wraps up side control week as well. So we're moving on to mount tomorrow. So if you guys are ready for that, I'm probably just going to spend the next 2 weeks getting thrown off of you guys when you just choose to not work in an elbow escape and just say, get off me and bench press me off. James, thank you for the banana splits. Espionage, have fun at class tomorrow. I hope you feel good. Hope the swelling's down. And you can get back to your routine, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, brother. And I appreciate all you guys as well, all the regular students. So hit that like button, or the follow button, rather, if you like what you're seeing. Subscribe if you can. Use your Twitch Prime. It's free to you. And subscribe at YouTube as well. We will post this for you guys to review. What else? You got anything, Mike?
Bring your questions to class, and we'll help you during or after training.
Yep. As long as you don't break our knees or hurt our backs anymore.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, John. But yeah, all right, we'll leave it at that. You guys, we'll see you at class. Go trim your nails and do your laundry, and do not be stinky. Yeah,
Please.
don't tear your biceps either. Gotta chastise Cole for not tuning in. It's like he doesn't want to watch unless he's on footage. Imagine that.
Right.
All right, trim your nails, do your laundry, don't be stinky. We'll see you guys later. Take it easy.
Later.